Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the channel. Happy Saturday. I think it's February 12th, 2022. Day before the Super Bowl. What do you guys got? Got plans for the Super Bowl? A party? We're doing something, a little block party in our neighborhood for it. Anyways, I get asked a lot about how to store inventory, how to manage inventory, how to keep track of everything and successfully not a double sell, oversell, and be able to lose inventory and find it quickly. So I want to go over a little bit about how we do it. I've done this in past years, but I figured I'd update it for 2022. And here in my garage, we love that video, right? I'm going to show you a little bit about how we do it and our incoming and outgoing, our inventory and inventory out. And full disclosure, I do have a storage unit, but I'll go over why I have that in just a second. Okay, so totally ignore all the junk on the floor. I'm putting up some overhead storage, just like all of our Christmas decorations and personal stuff. You guys know how it is. That'll all be up off the floor. This will all be cleared out. And I'm actually gonna move the golf cart over there. We gotta clear out some of that stuff too. But here's what the basic layout of our garage is. So this is clothing. In the black bins, it's clothing. And they're labeled, let me walk over here. They're labeled with all the letters, and then we can find the items inside, you know, like M, M1, M2, whatever. Now, I'm not doing as much clothing because I have 25,000 remote controls coming to me in about a week and a half. So I'm going to condense these down and empty one of the shelves, like put all of these into those. I'll have to re-letter and renumber them on eBay, which is kind of a pain, but it'll get done. That's next week's goal. And free up a shelving unit there. And then once all this stuff is up off the ground, I'm going to have room to put two more shelves. Those exact two shelving units, you know, kind of leave a walkway clearly, but I'll have two more here. So I'll have three empty shelves, the one I condense and those two. And then on this side is where we actually have remotes listed now, like and then we can pull the one that we have listed. There's about 1,000 remotes, quantity 1,000 on those two shelves. I can get about 500 to 600 per shelving unit. You can do that with clothing as well. If you can put 40 or 50 in each one of those bins, 10 bins, 400 or 500 per shelving unit. In a normal garage, I mean, my garage is pretty big, but even if you just have a normal garage, you should be able to put 4 to 6 shelving units up. And at 500 per unit, that's, you know, anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 pieces of inventory, be it clothing or be it remote controls, which I can probably get 4,000 or 5,000 in this garage. You could have an inventory in stock and very easily keep track of it. Now, most of you won't get over 4,000 or 5,000 pieces or active listings. It's just not common. There's some of you with a lot more than that, but it's not common. Most of you have 1,000, 2,000 or less. So that's typically how we do it. Now we have a couple unused shelves down there that I need to clear out and donate some stuff, wholesale some stuff, and clear me out some shelf space. I'm trying to clear out as many of these shelves as possible next week and clean up and get everything up on overhead storage and get myself new storage shelves. Because I got to have room to start pulling inventory from the storage unit over here, which is what I want to talk about next. So all of my inventory, when it comes in pallets and boxes, like I don't want it delivered to my house. I don't want it to take over where I live. The reason that we have inventory in this garage clearly is because this is where we ship from. So the only inventory I want along the walls is the inventory that is listed, ready to go. I can come in here in the morning, pull those 20 items, take them out and ship them, and that's pretty much it, right? So that's it. Everything else goes to the storage unit. I have a 25 by 10, 250 square foot unit, inside climate controlled. It is on the third floor. It was a little more for the first floor, but I didn't care. That runs me here in or in West Central Florida. I think it's $360 a month is what comes out of my account, like $350, $950 or something. So $360 a month. There's some a little cheaper, some a little more. For a 250 square foot, 25 by 10 indoor climate controlled. Now, people always ask about the garage climate control. These don't get hot. This is about the same as what you would find with a storage unit. So we never have an issue whether it's remotes, definitely not with remotes, but even with the clothing, people get worried about the humidity and the heat. Even in 9,500 degree weather, like right now it's in the 70s, so it's perfect here in Florida, but even when it gets to be 9,500, it will get a little hotter in here, don't get me wrong, but I've never had an issue with clothing or any of my inventory getting damaged. I do have flood insurance on my house, you know, Florida hurricanes. I did add a sub policy of my homeowner's insurance policy to cover business inventory because I have an at-home business. You can certainly add that. It's pennies. It's a few bucks a month, 10 bucks a month. I don't know. It wasn't much. And it covers up to like $50,000, I think is my policy for inventory, business inventory. So clearly I don't know how much inventory is in here. If I had to go list, if I sold everything and somebody offered me 50,000, I'd take it, right? At least what's in here. What's in my storage unit is far more, but yeah. So that's one thing to think about, but I've never had an issue with the heat and all. And this house is brand new, so it is, it's pretty well insulated. It's pretty well, you know, there's no broken seals on the garage doors or anything like that. So that's a question I get a lot. Anyways, that's it. The storage unit is where all my pallets go. And then we bring bins of remotes here for us to list and work on all week. And then when we run out of items to work on and they're all in the bins, we go back to the storage unit, which is just like a couple miles down the road, and get more. And so that's how we transfer the inventory in and out from unit to here. Now, if you're somebody who's smaller, who only has a few hundred listings or whatever it may be, you could literally one shelf and you could have a few bins like A, B, C, D. I don't know what happened to the A sticker. That's interesting. Anyways, A, B, C, D, and then you could pull them out. And a lot of people like to pre-baggy, like plastic baggy them. I've never really done that. I do it with the remotes because they all look the same, but on clothing, it's totally up to you. Probably should do it, but whatever. But anyways, with our remotes, as you can see, if I pick one up, this is S34, right? I think that's right. Yeah. And so that's bin S. So if I sold bin S or if I sold a P, I'd come up here and I'd be like, oh, okay, here's P9. And so they're all pre-bagged. I grab that, I slid it into the bubble envelope, close it up. I can literally pull, ship, and print a label on something in like a minute. So I pull them all, 10 seconds to pull an item. Okay, we sold P9. Got it. All right, we also sold P51. Yep, got it. Okay, that's all the P's we sold. Okay, we sold an O. And so we go through that, pull them all out, and then take them into the office and print them out on the shipping label. We line them up in a line, print the labels, boom, 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 and you can literally print and ship 10, 15, 20 orders in no time at all. So hopefully that gives you a little bit better of a look at how our inventory system works, how we bring it from the storage unit here and back, how we store it in the garage back there. We've got a lot of cleaning to do. We've lived in this house long enough, I'm embarrassed to say that we have all that crap just laying there. But I'm going to get it all up on the overhead storage. I bought overhead storage, so all that'll be up, attic, wherever it needs to go. Christmas decorations, Christmas lights. I mean, I got a ton of Christmas decorations and lights that just need to go somewhere. I've got boxes that need to be stored. I got bins that need to be condensed. So we'll get all that picked up, cleaned up next week, and then we'll be ready for this 25,000 pieces of merchandise that I have, remote controls that are coming in. And that's it. That's how a reseller full-time should handle their business. That's how they should handle their inventory or something similar, whatever works for you and your business. That's how we do it. And a lot of you like to see that kind of behind the scenes. And that's it. That's our whole operation. And right here out of the garage, right here, you know, at my house, and from my garage to your garage. And while we're talking about handling inventory, I want to take a minute to let you guys know if you do have inventory like this and you'd like to cross-list this same inventory over to other platforms, maybe a Macari, maybe Poshmark, which now has electronics, of course, use List Perfectly. They're the best cross-listing tool on the internet, on the planet for that matter. Claire and Amanda done an amazing job. It'll help you cross-list your inventory in minutes. They have a code, Rockstar LP, that's LP for List Perfectly, Rockstar LP. You'll get 30% off your first month. Tell them I sent you, and I'll link that down below if you want to get that inventory across to tons of other platforms. Makes you more money. You can literally pay for List Perfectly itself in your first 2 sold items. So go check them out. I'll link them down below, and thank List Perfectly for sponsoring today's video. All right, I want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate you taking the time. Hopefully this helped you with your inventory. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. Help the YouTube algorithm. That means a lot to me as well. And consider subscribing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you just hit that subscribe button. It takes just 1 second. You might like some videos. You might like them all. You might like one of them, but at least something will help you out here on the channel, and subscribing really, really helps me out. So I appreciate that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have a video up for Super Bowl Sunday. I'll try to do my best. Who do you guys got on the game, Rams or Bengals? I'm going to go with that Rams defense. I'd like to see the Bengals win, but I think the Rams defense is going to be too much for that offensive line and Joe Burrow. I say the Rams win 34-24. They win by 10 with a turnover or 2 against Burrow, possibly turnover into points. So I'll take the Rams 34-24 over the Bengals. Who do you guys got? See you then, whether it's tomorrow or Monday. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.